Thank you so much, Dawn. I was actually trying to make sure that my mute was actually unmuted. So I am here. I am so excited to be here as well. And I want to welcome all of you guys that are guests. We do have people that will be jumping on as we go. And so we're just going to be so super duper respectful of your time since you were here. And we want to make sure that you get this information in your hands. So Dawn did an amazing job. Thank you so much. And guys, let me just share with you why we are here on this evening. We are here because there's been a very, very select group of people that I have selected and invited and wanted to make sure that I had the unique opportunity in a more intimate setting to introduce you to something that I believe, and if you've heard me on social media say over and over again, that I believe is the biggest move of my career as it stands right now. And it was probably about a little over a month ago, actually, that I received a call from a gentleman named Mr. Jared Wilkins, right? And when Jared called me, the call, I don't believe, was initially about this opportunity. It could have been, but we were talking about some other things, and we were supposed to get together in Houston because I did have to fly out to Houston for something, but I was not able to meet with him. I didn't know the name of a company or anything. Okay, that's how obscure it was. And so I came back to Atlanta after that visit to Houston. And then, time went on, and then I received a second call from a gentleman named Mr. Rudy Bosi. Now, Rudy called me and he was excited, and he was talking to me about a potential trip to Dubai and going and meeting the founders and this. And I literally said to Rudy, I said, I am not interested. All right. I am not interested. And I did not want to head to Dubai and waste people's time, right? Like, that's too far of a trip to go and just at the end of it say no. All right. And so we got on a three-way, imagine that, with Mr. Jared Wilkins again. And by the time they got through, I got through bobbing and weaving with them in the ring. I actually was at a point where I said, you know what, it's probably worth my effort and my energy to at least give it a look. We decided, we flew out to Dubai. Some of you guys have seen some of the footage, some of the videos, some of the pictures of our journey, myself and Rudy and others that attended along with us and the team. And we had an absolute amazing time. It was at that time that I had the pleasure and the privilege to sit down with for breakfast 2 mornings in a row and spend 2 full days with a gentleman that you will be hearing from later on in this Zoom. But he is the executive vice president of the company. His name is Mr. Jose Ardon. He is no stranger to this industry at all. And so he kind of was like our tour guide in a sense. We went to the home office. We got a chance to meet with the founders. The office was closed because this was a Saturday that we were there. But we did get a chance to meet with quite a few of the people that were there. And we had a chance to sit down with the founders, and we'll talk more about that. But after leaving that trip in Dubai, we came back and we decided we were going to run and do something absolutely amazing. Okay. And so we are now in a position, and you guys will learn more, where we are opening up the US market. Okay. And this company is a very, very solid company. It's 3 years old. They have paid out $100 million in commissions already, and they've already created 24 millionaires. Now, 80% of those millionaires are in Latin America, with the other 20 being Europe, Japan, those types of things. And so this company is doing absolutely amazing without the United States. I want you guys to understand that. So now we are ready at the helm of Mr. Wilkins and Mr. Ardon to open up the country officially. And this is why you are here. This is where we stand, and this is the unique opportunity that we have. Now, our goal here is to do 3 main things. Number one, we want to generate $100 million, or we're going to generate $100 million. We are going to add 100,000 customers to the platform that we are a part of, and you'll learn more about that here in just a second. And we are on a mission to help create 20 millionaires all in the next 2 years. And so my only question to you is that after you review this information tonight, many of you guys have seen it already. This might be a second or third exposure for you. So after you see it again tonight, the only question you should be asking yourself is, do you see yourself as one of those 20 millionaires? Okay. And if the answer is yes, then we will definitely give you the next steps that you will want to take. All right. So with that being said, and setting the stage as to why we are even here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen, guys, and I am going to start going through a little bit of this information, and I won't take up too much of the time on a lot of the details, because what I do want to do is make sure that you get around to seeing how our technology is actually applied and how it works. So I will be passing the call over to Mr. Wilkins, where he will demonstrate some of that, as well as go over the compensation plan, because that is obviously very, very important. And then we'll be transitioning into Mr. Jose Ardon. He did just call me on WhatsApp. He is in the airport. Okay, the man stays on the go. And so we definitely want to make sure that we matriculate through this information so that we are able to hear from not just me, but our other two VIP guests. All right. So B, ladies and gentlemen, B stands for better experience. Okay. If you were wondering, like, does B actually have a meaning? Does it mean just B? Is it BE? Like, what is it, right? It's B. And the name of the company is B, but the B and the E actually are acronyms for better experience. Now, really quickly here, this is just a disclaimer to show that B is a part of the DSA, especially in the UAE, right? United Arab Emirates, because it's important to understand that the DSA is responsible for going through companies with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that they are ethical, they are legitimate, and that their financials are intact, their compensation plan makes sense, and that everything is good. Now, in fact, B is the only technology company that is a part of the DSA in the UAE, and that's a very, very big deal, because most of the technology companies do not qualify to do that, okay? And so B is, and so this is just a little disclaimer here to let you know from that standpoint. Now, next, I want you to know the purpose of B, right? Here's the reality. The reality is that in the next 10 years, it is projected and predicted that 50% of the jobs that exist will be replaced by artificial intelligence, right? Which means that if you have a job where it requires human performance right now, somebody somewhere is probably creating something to replace you, right? Because machines don't call off, machines don't get sick, they don't get tired, right? You might need a little tune up here and there, but ultimately artificial intelligence is taking over. And so the goal of B is really to create a workspace from your phone. That's what we're doing. We are providing an alternative for people where if they can work from the comfort of their phone, leveraging the technology that B is creating, then we're actually shifting people literally from the job marketplace into the online marketplace. Now, these are the three founders that you can see in the top left-hand corner of your screen. These are the Islam brothers. They are three brothers. We've got Moin Islam, who is the CEO. We've got Monir Islam, who is the CVO, the Chief Visionary Officer, as well as being in charge of marketing. And then we have Mr. Ehsan Islam, who is our Chief Technology Officer. He is responsible for developing and brainstorming and working with a huge team of people to help create the applications that B actually has, and they are owned by and created by B. We do not have any third-party tools. I want you guys to understand that from our technology standpoint. And so their vision, like I said, was to create an environment where people can work directly from their phones. Now, obviously, visionaries usually are going to need other people to help them execute the vision that they have. And the relationship between Mr. Jose Ardon and the Islam brothers was formed. I would say it was kind of by chance, but I don't really believe in coincidences. I would probably say something more like divine intervention. But when Jose learned of this company, he was already looking for a technology company. He had already made tens of millions of dollars in network marketing in a company that he had been in for several years. And when he heard of B, he got excited. He had his legal team, he had his finance team, he had his accounting team go over to Dubai where the corporate offices are, spend a couple of months going through the records to make sure that B was who they said they were. He was satisfied and he began to run and was brought on as executive vice president. Now, 3 years go by. Jose Ardon is reaching out to Mr. Wilkins. Mr. Wilkins is not hearing anything that Jose is saying. You guys, do you guys see how it goes in the industry? Nobody is ever looking, right? Nobody is ever open at the time, but there is a point in time where things can change, and that time happened in December or the end of 2021, where Mr. Wilkins was open, and so he began to look at B more aggressively. He did a lot of research in combination with what Mr. Jose Ardon put together, and Mr. Wilkins said yes in December of 2021, and that began the momentum for what we are doing right now as we are forging forward and opening up the U.S. market. So a little bit behind the company, it's been featured in Entrepreneur. The owners have been Silicon Review, Forbes magazine. So guys, we are excited to be in partnership with these gentlemen, and we are excited to be on this journey and this mission with them as well. So really quickly, 4 phases of growth, all right, in our industry of direct sales. Number 1, we've got formulation. Formulation is really where the idea comes to life, right? When the brothers were thinking, what could we do in technology? How could we serve the people? How could we step in and provide a viable resource to people who might be losing their jobs as AI began to take over, and put together the systems, put together the resources, put together the technology, put together the marketing? That's formulation phase, okay? Concentration phase is pretty much where we are right now, where now different leaders are being attracted to the opportunity because of what was done even in formulation and in the early phases of concentration. I'll share on the next slide what B has been able to do still in concentration. And where we all are right now is we want to make sure that we are positioned and that we are placed so that when this company takes off into critical mass and momentum, which is going to be in phase 3, which has not happened yet, that this is where you are, such that when we talk about 20 millionaires being created, this is why you will be in position to benefit from that, because right now we have not hit critical mass or momentum. We've done a lot of great things, but we have so much more to do. Now, phase 1, as I shared in the formulation, we were able to open up in these countries here: Colombia, Costa Rica, Polynesia, so on and so forth. Okay, you can see those there on the screen. We grew over 1,700% from 2018 to 2019. That's absolutely amazing. Remember, this is a formulation phase, right? This is the phase where we're just coming up with the idea, if it even makes sense. Do people even think it's a good idea? Is it something that they'd be willing to actually exchange their money for in an effort to leverage the education and the resources? Another 700%, another 42% by the end of 2021. And so far, B has paid out over $100 million in commissions. Now, phase 2, where we are entering right now, we will be here for another couple of years, but this is the perfect time to join. And what is our vision and our goal as a company? It is to pay out $1 billion, okay, in commissions, to be the first company to be able to do that and have 1 million active customers. So that is why all of you are here, because we will be working collectively together to help bring this vision to life. So what is B all about? As you can see, B has what we call the house of brands. And in the house of brands, it's more like an ecosystem. If you think about how the company Apple works, right? Apple is not a computer company, right? They build a technology ecosystem where their different components communicate with one another so that it creates an environment where its users can use the different aspects of the company to do multiple different things. Well, B is like that. B is not necessarily a trading company. It is a technology company that develops applications. And right now we have 2 doors by which people get to experience B. We have our Live door, which is the travel side of the business. We've partnered with an amazing company where you are able to receive 5 and 6 star accommodations for 2 and 3 star prices, okay? And that's pretty self-explanatory, right? There's not a whole bunch of training. You go in, you do a search for the type of travel that you like, or accommodations and so on and so forth, and you can choose from what exists. The second door is the Learn door. This is where we are going to spend the majority of our time, and this is what we're going to be building in addition to what the Live side offers, but more of the activity is going to be coming from the Learn side. This is in the financial literacy component, and in fact, let me kind of just go into it now, okay? So with Learn, we're focused on 3 of the financial markets that exist. We've got our stocks and indices. And so what B does is B creates applications, they scour these markets, they study these charts, they actually come up with trade ideas. And instead of you or I having to study the charts and things like that, especially if we don't have time, if we don't want to, if we don't understand it yet, it's okay. We leverage these apps because the traders send notifications of trade ideas through the apps. And when you receive that notification, you now have the opportunity, if you choose to take that trade. And so we are doing that in the stocks and indices market, where there's 19 different stock exchanges in the world. It has a $1 trillion industry, and you can trade the stocks and the indices from any device. And so we're very excited because we can do all of this right from our smartphones. You can do it from your tablet. You can even do it from your computer. There's also the foreign exchange market, right? Now, the stock market might be the oldest, but the Forex market is the largest. It is a $6.6 trillion per day industry. It's live 24 hours, 5 days a week. Again, can be traded on any device. And our apps allow the users and our customers to be able to generate an income and multiply their money by leveraging the trade ideas that come through the apps related to the Forex market. Last and certainly not least, we have our digital currency. So this would be our newest market, right? And so this is the area where our cryptocurrency coins are, and many of the different digital aspects of the financial market. And again, we have an app, I'll talk about that in just a second, where the trade ideas come through and people can actually trade in the cryptocurrency market. And this is exactly what the learn side of the company is, and how our customers get value. This is why they become subscribers, so that they can learn, they can actually earn while they learn, and they can tap into live sessions to help them become more proficient as they trade on their own. So we've got a number of different apps. We've got 4 main apps all on the trading side. And then we have some other apps that are more on the like your job on your phone type of situation. So the very first app is Shift. Shift is the foreign exchange app. You get the trades that come through there, the trade ideas, and you can literally just take those trades. The NFX, that is for binary options. For those of you that like to trade Forex, but a little bit faster, you want money in minutes, that would be the NFX app. We've got Relic. Relic is our cryptocurrency app, all right? When I was over in Dubai, what Moin, who is the CEO, shared is that this app has been pretty much at 100% since they launched this app. So the traders that are on this app are literally winning to the tune of like all of them. Okay, so that's fantastic. And then we've got our Titan app, and our Titan app is for our stocks and indices, all right? And we'll talk a little bit more about that. We'll even show you kind of how that works. Now, at the bottom, these are apps that have nothing to do with the financial markets to an extent, except for WOW. WOW is where you are going to actually have your education. This is where your educators are. This is where, like a Netflix, you think about a Netflix and you kind of scroll through. It's the premise of being able to access the education for the financial markets and the currency trading and things like that right from the WOW platform. There's also MindHub. I love MindHub, and I haven't had a chance to actually dive all the way into it, but for those of you that are content creators and you actually have courses and trainings and things like that, across the board, educationally, in terms of anything, that if it could be basket weaving, right? That's what I'm talking. It doesn't have to be in the foreign exchange market. If you know how to do things on Instagram, you know how to do a certain hairstyle or what have you, right? Make sunglasses. You could essentially take your content. It can be uploaded into the MindHub part of the platform. And as other users within the B ecosystem scroll and download, there's commissions and earnings that can be paid out to you as well. Okay. So we got first class training. We've got all this different stuff here. And I will tell you that I'm very, very excited because as we think about the growth of B, it will expand beyond just financial markets, right? It's going to grow into a full-blown ecosystem where people will come to B, and it will be a one-stop shop for them to be able to do a multitude of different things, okay? So this is really just an inside look of the Relic app, and I'm going to do you a job even better, okay? Because we have a gentleman that is on the line right now who I shared with you guys, was the first person that called me about this when my ears were closed and my eyes were sealed shut. But what he is going to do, aside from just kind of share with you, a demo of the app, is going to also go into a bit more of the compensation plan. But just so that you understand the magnitude of who we have on the line, guys, I will say this gentleman earned his first $1 million before he was 30 years old. Okay. He and his wife have been top earners in two different opportunities. They have had teams into the hundreds of thousands that span across 23 different countries all over the world. They are no strangers to the direct sales industry. It is my honor and my privilege because I will say his wife, right, Mr. Wilkins' wife, and him, they actually have two children. I believe that although they are very well versed in business and skilled and of the utmost professionalism, the hats that they wear, that they're the most proud of, I would say, is being the parents of Chandler and Aiden. All right. And so, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to bring to the virtual stage Mr. Jared Wilkins. Sir, are you on the line?
Absolutely. I am here. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you so much. You did a phenomenal job, obviously, covering our concept, talking a lot more about our products, how they work, how they function, and really this whole concept. The thing for me, ladies and gentlemen, when I originally called Tracy, it was specifically because I knew the experience, I knew the leadership she brought to the table, and most importantly, I knew the heart that she has for people. I had watched her for many, many years go out and do extremely well in business, do extremely well, not only for herself, but put together systems that allowed other people to do well. I think when you're able to do good and do well at the same time, that really, truly makes you a leader. And when I called her, it's interesting that she was not open. And that's okay because I was not open as well. And I find it so ironic that marketers and leaders themselves oftentimes find ourselves in a place where we're encapsulated in a prism that allows us not to see until God is ready for us to see. And that was my story. That was her story. So if that's you tonight, it's okay. We're not judging you. It's typically the ones to see it last that run fast. Okay. And so I'm excited about the conversation because my job is very simple tonight. My wife and I, we've been involved in the direct sales network marketing profession now for, 17 years, right? I know, I don't look it. Thank God for Beijing. But anyway, I started off, some of you don't know what that is, and that's a good thing. But we started off 17 years ago, and John, I didn't have a lot of success getting started. My first 6 years, Jav and Don, I didn't even make $100,000 in combined income. Why is that? Well, the reality is this, and I want you to take notes on this because we're going to be very candid. 90% of people that get involved in the direct sales or the network marketing profession, they never make 6 figures a year. All right. Is that okay? Is that okay to tell the truth, Gregory? 95% of people that get involved in the profession never make $100,000 a year or more. Let me take it a step further. Not only do 95% never make 6 figures, the majority of people, when you look at reputable companies that do publish the earnings for the average person in their company, the majority of them don't even profit $1,000 a year. They're actually spending more money than they're making. And for those reasons, what you have to develop if you're going to build a successful distributorship inside of a company is you got to develop what most people don't ever want to have: sales skills and public speaking skills. How many know what I'm talking about? Put 111 in the chat. Well, as a result of that, ladies and gentlemen, the majority of people fail. They don't do extremely well in those businesses. So for us, the first 6 years, I was developing my influence. I was not only developing my influence, I was learning the business. And as a result of those things, I met a mentor, someone that taught me how to be successful in network marketing. And as a result of that, we've gone on and we've done extremely well in the network marketing profession. But I was bored. I was extremely bored. I got tired of the same conversations. Everybody had the same Me Too type of products. Everybody had some type of coffee. Everybody had some type of tea, some detox this, some weight loss product, some skincare product, some nutrition product, some product that's designed to build your protein or designed to, and these are all great products, but it was congested in that space. Why? You had so many different companies marketing Me Too products. In addition to that, I saw technology. Amazon changed the game for retail businesses, whereby people would no longer need to go to your website as a distributor. They would go to Amazon and typically find your products at the same price that you would offer them, or actually less expensive. Not only that, they would be able to actually get it not only faster, but in most cases, they would get free shipping. And so what I was looking for was the opportunity to do business in an upward trend, because I saw that sector of network marketing extremely crowded. I saw it very congested, and the big money that people could actually earn was no longer there. When I found out about B, when I really took a look at this back in October, just like you're doing tonight, everything changed. And I want you to write this down real quickly. There are 3 points I want you to see that are very clear in terms of why B is growing. We have people earning from a few $100s a day to a few $1,000s a month without, number one, having to sell a product. Please write that down. They don't have to sell a product. They don't have to post on social media about a product. They don't have to call their friends and family about a product. They don't have to market a product and get somebody to buy it. Does that make sense? Put 111 in the chat, because I want to set the stage for what I'm about to show you. Number 2 is they do not have to recruit anybody to make money in our company. They don't have to call their friends. They don't have to call their family. They don't have to do a private Zoom presentation if they don't want to. They don't have to do any recruiting strategy or marketing strategies to recruit a person onto their team to make money in B. If that makes sense, put 222 in the chat, please. The third thing is they do not have to build a team. They don't have to build what's called a downline. They don't have to build an organization to make money in B. Ladies and gentlemen, those 3 points are exactly why my wife and I suspended every single thing we were doing in business outside of the brand new book she wrote of You're Not Infertile, You're Just Not in Timing. And outside of her ministry, the only other focus we have is B. Why is that? Because finally, after 17 years of being in this profession, after 17 years of seeing people and training and developing people and preaching to people and trying to support people, Tracy, and trying to encourage them to do this and learn this and grow this, I finally found a vehicle, a platform where the average person could make money without having to develop those particular skills. So I want to show you exactly what our products are, while we've got so many people from around the world getting involved with B and utilizing our products. This is going to take me about 10 minutes to go through. And after I go through it, I also want to bring on our Executive Vice President of Sales, Mr. Jose Ardon. Now, what you see are our products. These are our apps. You can go right over to your Apple Store or to your Google Play Store and download the apps. Everybody put in the chat, convenience, convenience. That's the number one thing within our product line. It is the convenience. You don't have to do something that you're not already doing. All of us have different apps on our phone already. So convenience is the center, or the center criteria for why we've got so many customers, over 70,000 active customers right now that are using our platform. In addition to convenience, you're going to see another criteria called transparency. Put transparency in the chat. We got convenience with the apps, you got transparency within the apps, and then you also have trust with the company. So the first app I'm going to show you is Relic. Ladies and gentlemen, Relic is designed for a customer that wants to make money in the cryptocurrency market. If you've been hearing about Bitcoin, Shiba Coin, Dogecoin, Ethereum Coin, you've been hearing all of this talk about cryptocurrency, would you please put 555 in the chat? Because here's the deal. 90 to 95% of people have been hearing about cryptocurrency, but they have no idea on how to make money in cryptocurrency. That ends tonight for you. Why? The first thing you have is access to our mastery courses. These are small 2 to 10-minute video courses that you'll be able to watch inside of these apps that explain everything from beginning to end about cryptocurrency and the basics behind them. Not only that, you'll be able to get clear, concise understanding of the blockchain technology. Again, 2 to 10 minute videos that are there for you to master that information. You'll also be able to connect to this platform called WOW. Tracy did a great job talking about WOW. It stands for World of Wisdom. It's basically our version of Netflix. Why? You get to listen in on live stream trading sessions from our expert educators. These are people that have been trading and investing in the cryptocurrency market for over a decade and have the results to prove it. So for those of you that actually want to learn, you want to master the skill set of how to make money in the cryptocurrency market, you're going to be able to learn from these experts on the WOW platform. What you're seeing right now is the absolute creme de la creme called Trade Ideas, or what you'll hear me say, Trade Alerts. Why? As a customer, you're going to receive these alert notifications directly into the app. These are money-making ideas that are sent to us from our expert educators. What do I mean by that? Well, when they see a money-making opportunity in the marketplace, they send it to the app, and you as a customer have access to it. All you have to do is tap this button that says copy, and all that means is now you're able to leverage their experience, their time, their analysis, and make money when they make money. So they send this trade idea or trade alert to your phone. If you got your app on your phone or your laptop or your iPad, within 30 to 45 seconds, that's all that is required from a time perspective for you to hit copy and paste. Why is that? Well, you see this button that says assist. All you're going to do, for some of you, this jargon that I'm using may sound foreign. That's okay. You're going to learn exactly and precisely what I mean by take profit and by stop loss. Don't worry about that. That just simply means you're copying the exact format from our expert educators. The button that says assist will allow you now to take this information and go into the market with it. Whether you're using Coinbase, Binance, or any one of these reputable exchanges, we have access to sync this app to any one of those exchanges. You click Coinbase, you click paste, and you click submit, and you're in the trade. So let me recap. You get an expert that sends you a money-making opportunity. All you do is you take it just like you will receive an alert from a text message or an email message notification. You hit copy, right, on the take profit. You hit stop loss, and you simply hit assist. It takes you to your exchange where you house your money, because we don't do the trading for you. We don't ever see your money or touch your money. You have 100% access and control to your own money. But now you simply hit paste, submit, and you have now cleared the trade. Now, remember I said convenience. That's the first thing I said. The second thing I said was transparency. So let's go to our leadership board. Why is this important? Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at our leadership board, you can monitor the win ratio for the week, for the month, and all time for each one of our expert educators. Any one of our educators that sends a trade alert for you to copy and paste and make money, you can see what their win ratio has been for the week, for the month, or all time. So let's look at Mr. Italio for the month. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see where it says reliability? That means that he has won 100% on every single trade idea he sent. It doesn't mean that he will always maintain 100%, but for right now, for the last almost 2 years, he has not lost a trade. Neither has Sam. That means every single time they send a trade idea that takes you 30 to 45 seconds to hit copy and paste on, you made money. Look at Francisco, same thing. He's at 100%. DMC, he is the lowest on the totem pole in terms of our expert educators on this platform. He's trading at a 95% trade ratio or win ratio. Ladies and gentlemen, what this means simply is that we're dealing with some of the best in the world. So it's fascinating that we've got people making money in the markets doing that. Another tab I want to show you is our market snapshot. This gives you an accurate account of what each and every single one of the major cryptocurrencies are being valued and traded at currently. You look at Bitcoin, it's being valued at $42,000 a coin. You look at Ethereum, it's being valued at $2,900 a coin. But you see this tab that says new? Let's click on new. I want to show you something fascinating. How many of you ever heard of a coin called Dogecoin or Shiba coin? Put 222 in the chat. See, most of us that heard about those coins, we heard about them after people had made a fortune in them. Why? They heard about them before us. They heard about them first. What if you had the opportunity through this particular app to see, hear, and know about all of the new cryptocurrencies that are entering into the market, whereas you can invest into them before the masses of people find out about them? So should they become the next Shiba coin? Should they become the next Dogecoin? Should they become the next Bitcoin or Ethereum coin? Guess what? You are able to position yourself early enough with a few $100 or a few $1,000s and make money. We had one of our customers take a $50,000 investment based on the information he got from Market Snapshot here under this new tab, and turn that $50,000 into $2.7 million in 30 days. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying every one of our customers are doing that. I'm not saying you will do that. What I'm saying is you now have access to the information that experts in this space have access to. And this is why you're seeing now so many people become millionaires and multi-millionaires in the cryptocurrency market. As a matter of fact, CBS News did a recent study 2 years ago. There were 15,000 new people that became millionaires in the cryptocurrency market. 2 years later, that number grew from 15,000 to 100,000. They're projecting in the next 2 years, it's going to be over 1 million people that become millionaires as a result of cryptocurrency. If you want to be in that number, would you please put 111 in the chat? Because the only way to do that is to have access to the information, all right? Now, dead coins, this shows you, ladies and gentlemen, all of the coins that are active right now in the marketplace that are going to be discontinued. Why? They have no utility. But here's the deal. Most people have money in these coins. They've got from a few $100 or a few $1,000s into these coins because they're playing Russian roulette. They're just hearing about things on different message boards. A friend told them about a coin or whatever it is. They're buying the coin through Cash App or through Coinbase or whatever, just kind of trying to get in. Well, dead coins show you coins that are leaving the market so you can exit your positions before it crashes. Isn't that amazing? Whereas you don't have to lose money. Why? You have access to information. And so this is our Relic app. There's so many other unique features, but those are some of the highlights that I wanted to show you, whereas you can make money without having to sell a product, without having to convince a person to join your business, and without having to build a team. Another app I want to show you is in the foreign exchange market. Same concept. You've got, of course, the getting started training, the Forex market. This is the foreign exchange market. Of course, it shows you all of the things that you need to know in terms of basics. Of course, you've got the trade ideas here that when they send them, all you have to do is hit what? Copy, and you paste this into your brokerage account. Remember, your brokerage account, Renetta, is the account where you house and keep your money. We don't have access to it. You can now also look from a trade history standpoint, all of our expert educators. You can look at their results for the week, for the month, and all time. Look at Gus. He's at 81% reliability. That means 8 out of 10, or 80 out of 100, or 800 out of 1,000 trade alerts he sent out to our customers to hit copy and paste on have made them money. You can look at ADS. He's at 81% reliability as well. Why is this important? Well, our expert educators, they must maintain a win ratio of 80% or higher to be able to stay on our platform and send out these trade ideas. Why? We've got over 70,000 people relying on them to be right at least 80% of the time. Now, I will be completely candid, not because I have to, but because we're very transparent with our results. You don't have to take our word for it. You can see the results for yourself for the week, for the month, and all time in real time, whereby if they fall below 80%, they are benched. We have a 90-day cooldown period where they cannot send out trade alerts to our customers for 90 days until they're able to get their win ratio back up to the 80% win ratio margin. Now, you can also look at our NFX app. This is also for trading in the foreign exchange market. We call it Nitro Forex. What does that mean? It simply means that, of course, you've got the mastery courses. You also have access to the WOW platform through this app. But Nitro Forex means you're trading currency pairs based on a time limit. So if you look at this trade right here at the top, you'll see it says an expired time of 5 minutes. It means that when this expert educator sent this trade alert to you, you had 5 minutes. That was the expire time, meaning all you have to do is hit copy and paste. And within 5 minutes, you either made money or you lost money. But ladies and gentlemen, you can look at the leadership board. Let's look at for the month. Let's look at for the week. Look at Adriana. You see W and L. W means trades she's won for this week, and L means trades she has lost for the week. That means out of 14 trades, she's won 12 of them. What does that mean for you? It means 86% of the time you made money copying and pasting. Why? Because we call it earn while you learn. Look at Christopher. He's at an 86% win ratio as well. He sent out 7 trade alerts to our customers this week. Every single one of the trade alerts that he sent out for you to be able to hit copy and paste, which took you what, 30 to 45 seconds. It's not a big deal. You made money on. You look at Andres. Look at him. He's third this week. He's at 67% for the week, right? Why? He's got 8 wins and 4 losses. But almost 7 out of 10 of his trades is cleared. But if you look at all time, look at this. Javid, 85%. Do you see his wins versus his losses over the last 3 years? Look at this. Look at Aldana, 82%. That's 145 wins, 32 losses. So you get the picture, you get the idea as it relates to that. Then, of course, we've got the same concept here with respects to our Wall Street Titan app. There are no active trades right now in the stock and indices market. If there were on this screen, you would be able to see the copy and paste feature because we have it in all 4 of our apps. You can see the mastery courses. You can see the leadership board as well for the month, the week, and all time when it comes to their win ratio. You can look, Titan 01 is at 91% on this platform. Miss Jennifer, this young lady is bad to the bone. She used to work for Procter & Gamble for 8 years. She was one of the top finance traders there and decided to resign. And she's been working with B for 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady goes sometimes months and does not lose a trade. So do you understand being able to leverage people's expertise and make money in the market? Think how powerful that is for that average family that's looking to bring in an extra $500 a month. Forget about getting wealthy. Forget about getting rich. I'm talking about that person that's saying, you know what? I want to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. And all they're doing is while they're learning how to do this on their own, they're earning in the process. So that's a little bit about our products. That's why we're so excited about B, because we finally found a system, and not only a system, but a platform, ladies and gentlemen, for people to make money, utilizing these products without obviously having to do the 3 things that most people dread to do when it comes to the direct sales and network marketing profession. Now, in wrapping this section up, I want to bring on my dear friend, Mr. Jose Ardona. I want to bring him on and have some remarks real quickly before we transition, because I am going to cover our compensation plan. I am going to talk about how you can make a residual income referring this business if you choose to. Remember, 80% of our users that are involved in B, they do not refer a single person. They do not build a customer base. They do not get on conference calls like this. They don't do any of that. All they do is utilize our products as customers and make money in the process. Just like if you were in a health and wellness company, you get people that have testimonials of, hey, I lost weight, or my diabetes went away, or whatever the result is, because our customers, you know what their results is? I didn't lose my mortgage, or I didn't lose my house. You know what their results is? I didn't lose my car. You know what their results is? I did lose my job because I found B. And so I want to bring on the visionary behind me even actually saying yes to this company. If not for him being persistent, if not for him following up with me for 2 years, if not for him saying, Jared, you've got to really take a look at this, my friend. And he did it respectfully. He did it politely. He did it confidently, but he did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we would not be on this Zoom tonight. And so it does me great honor, and it's a privilege and a pleasure of mine to introduce you to one of not just the hardest working people that I've ever met in my life, but sincerely, somebody that truly cares about people and is an inspiration to people all over the world. And I know if you've been anywhere around our space of whether it be direct sales or network marketing or even just personal development, these words are oftentimes used to describe people. This young man is a walking epistle. He is an embodiment of those words. And I'm not gassing him up. I'm telling you, with every fiber in my being, I know this man and I understand the mission and the work that he's doing. So, Mr. Jose, thank you so much for carving out time to be with us tonight. I'll turn it over to you to have some comments and just address each and every one of the incredible people that are on here tonight with Mrs. Tracy Walker.
Wow, that amazing presentation. You guys doing amazing. Let's give it number 5 to Mr. Gerald and Miss Tracy. Amazing presentation I have seen. Wow, Tracy, you are amazing. You have a talent. I love. We have time to spend some time with in Dubai, and I see the energy, and I know that you guys, you've been looking for this for long, and I know you find it. So we are like really happy to be in the pre-launch of the most amazing market that is the US. You know, like a lot of people, they want to be pioneers in network marketing, and they want to be the first one. But you know, the first 2 years in any company, 95% of the companies fail the first 18 months. But the beautiful thing is, you guys are pioneers because we haven't launched the US yet. We haven't launched, we are in pre-launch. But we are a solid company, and I never forget, about 2.5 years ago, when I meet Monir, Moy, and Hassan, and I see this company it will impact the world. And I be on the US and be a large organization, and we used to do big events, you know. And I say, you know, US market is amazing market, but I say we have to launch with the right leaders. And I remember, I never forget. And I say the only way that we can succeed is if we launch with the right leaders. And I never forget, we were with Monir and Moy. And I have the leader. It was 2.5 years ago. We were in a restaurant, and I say, who is the leader? And I never forget. I show the Facebook of Jero, and he say, why you think he is the right leader? And I say, look, he been learning for long. He has the knowledge, and I really believe he already have the skills, the knowledge to hit a big numbers. When I talk about big numbers, over 1 million a month. He has the skills, the knowledge, and I think he has the hungry. And I think he's looking for the right opportunity. It was 2.5 years ago, and I've been talking with Jero every month. But I know we were not ready 2.5 years ago, but 2 months ago, I said, Jero, you have to see this, because I know we are ready to launch the US market. We are ready, I know. We are ready. If one time you have the desire to be part of something like really big, this is the opportunity. And then I have the opportunity to meet Rudy and to meet Tracy. And when Tracy told me the story about when she started, when she was 20, and how she started and how become successful in real estate. And when she told me how become successful in network marketing, and when she told me her dreams, her goals, what she want to achieve, I really get connected with you, Tracy. You are amazing. You are about to be the superstar. Like, we are like really, really excited because I know when I am talking about Jero, when I am talking about Tracy, when I am talking about Rudy, you guys are ready to do something really, really, really big. And I am like really inspired because I know what is about to happen. I know. It's not about, no, I know. And everybody that are in this call, you guys are very fortunate to be working with Tracy, with Rudy, and with Jero, because this is about to be big. We have a goal to put over 100,000 customers in the next 2 years and do over $100 million in this organization. And we are about to do this. And let me share a little about my story. You know, I started network marketing in 2004. The first 2 years I didn't make no money. Until one day I read a book called Think and Grow Rich. In that book, I say I have to be specific how much money I want to make. So I set a goal to make $120,000 a year. My goal was to make $120,000 a year in 2006. And I set the goals. In 2006, I didn't make 120, I make $129,000. So I get like really impressed. So I set a big goal, and my goal was to make $10 million before my 30th birthday. So it was a big goal. I didn't believe it, but I decided to apply the principles, what the book say. So it's amazing, this information. Thinking Rich really changed my life. So in 2009, I started in a company, and before my 30, I be able to achieve my goal. So after accomplish a lot of things in my life, be able to build a house to my parents, travel different places, have the financial freedom. One day I say I want to do something significant, something where it can impact the world, something amazing, not for me, but I want to impact. I want to add value. I want to help people to become that, have that financial freedom. So I say I want to do something big. And I say I want to be an organization over 1 million customers. And I started to ask me, how can I do that? What industry I can do that? So one day I was in my home, and I remember that day I ordered a Uber. I listened music in Spotify. I did a Zoom call, and I realized in like 1 hour I used like 5 different applications, and all these applications was a multi-billion-dollar applications. So I say, what happened if Uber have done it through network marketing? What happened if Airbnb have done it through network marketing? Imagine what happened if Netflix have done it through network marketing. Every time people pay the application, you make money. Imagine Airbnb. Imagine Booking. Imagine if Facebook have done it. Imagine if Amazon have done it. If Alibaba have done it. Imagine Instagram have done it. Imagine if Zoom have done it. So I started to ask me that question. And 3 years ago, I decided to looking for that technology company. And I dedicated for 6 months to looking for that company. Not in a hurry. I have money to live. So I was looking for that company that can impact the world and can do something like really big, where I can do something significant. So in 3 months, 4 months, I didn't find it. 5 months. And I remember my team said, you are crazy. What are you looking for? It doesn't exist. But remember, whatever you're looking for is looking for you. After 6 months, February 28, 2019, I meet the Islam Brothers. And I started to talk. And after 3 days being with them, I asked a question. I say, why you guys started this company? He said, Jose, in the next 10 years, 50% of the jobs, it will disappear. And our goal is to create a place of work from the cell phone. I said, what's that mean? He said that one day, everybody that have a cell phone, they will have at least one application in their cell phone that we will create. Now, to me, they was like really big. And when they told me that, I didn't sleep for 6 days. I mean, you guys agree this is crazy? Imagine there is over 7 billion people in the world. When they told me that everybody that have a cell phone, they will have at least one of their application. You know, this is to me was crazy because I don't know, like probably Wasabi has 2 billion people. This is a huge goal, huge vision. And I did, to me, it was like too good to be true. And I studied for 3 months. And after 3 months, I realized this. I say, probably they are like so visionaries, you know? They think, oh, you know, but I say, if they are 99% wrong, and only 1% of that vision become a reality, what that means will be over, if it's 7 billion people in the world, and only 1% they have that application, it will be over 70 million people. If they one application, if they pay us $15 a month, so this will be over $1 billion a month, over $600 million in commissions. I say it will be crazy not to be part of it. And I made the decision May 18, 2019 to be part of this amazing company. And this is the most amazing decision I ever done in my life because I am feel happy. I am feel amazing because how many lives we have changed. You know, 2019, we pay over $11 million in commission. 2020, we pay over $60 million in commission. 2021, we pay over $80 million in commission. So this has been like, I am really, really happy to that decision I made 2.5 years ago. Because I have people in Latin America, they were making $200 a month and the life is changed. Okay, just with the product, okay. I was with my niece, she's 22. Okay, she don't do network marketing, okay? But she been in the academy for 2 years. She just ordered a $50,000 car. Give 40% down payment, just what she made with using the products. She don't do network marketing, she's 22. I'm now, the commission that we're talking about is not about that. She just used, I say, she graduated from the university over a year ago, and she said, I didn't understand. If I see this 5 years ago, I didn't study. This is what she said. Because what she's making with the products, what she learned from here, she ordered, imagine in my country, from Honduras, she's 22. I mean, you imagine how many lives that we are changing in Latin America? I mean, my niece, like, you know, like how much somebody graduate from the university in Latin America make? Sometimes $600 a month. She be able to order a Nissan $50,000 car. She paid 40% and she will finish to pay in 1 year just what she make with Forex, using our products and what she learned. She been study for 2 years. So this is what I am really happy. So I am really happy that 2.5 years ago, I made the right decision. Guys, today you are see this information. And today you guys will make a decision. And remember, where you are today is thanks to the decision you make in the past. And that depending on the decision you make today is will be the result you will have in the future. And today you will make a decision. Probably you say, no, I am not interested in the technology company application. It doesn't, I'm not interested. And you made that decision to not be part of this amazing technology company. Now, my question to you is, if you make that decision, how you see yourself in the next 2 years if you continue to do exactly what you've been doing? Now, what happened? Remember, my friend Jero, I called him 2 years after. He said, no, it was not the right time. Now imagine if you decide to be part of this amazing company now, and you decide to take action, maybe learning like my niece, she been learning for 2 years, or you decide to build this amazing company, you be pioneer to the biggest markets, the US, where is the company solid, 3 years, we have amazing products, amazing compensation plan, and we have everything, and you have the best leadership, because I know Jero, Rudy, and Tracy, they are amazing leaders, and they are here to support you, to work with you, and I am really happy to work with Miss Tracy, with Rudy, and with Mr. Jero, because I know they are committed and they really care about people. We really care about people. We want to help the customers. I know we have the best products and we want to help the customers. If somebody want to be a customer, like my niece, she been studying. She taken like at the university for 2 years and her life is changed completely because financial market has amazing opportunity and we have the best products, the best university to study here. If you want to build a residual income, this is the best technology that you can imagine. Now, let me ask you a question. We are a technology company. Could you imagine if Uber 10 years ago have come with you and say, bring cars to the application, and every time you order a car, you make residual income. Could you imagine in Netflix tell you 10 years ago, bring people to the application, every time the people pay, you will make residual income. Could you imagine it soon have done it for Airbnb? So you have the best opportunity in your hands and you are about to be pioneers, solid with amazing thing. So I am really happy to be part of this amazing launch because I know Tracy, Rudy, and Gerald, they are committed to do something like really big. And I'm gonna give the call back. Tracy, Gerald, Rudy, I am really proud about you guys. And I know we are about to change lives and this passion because this industry really changed my life and I want to give back. It to me, it's not about the money. We have amazing times with Tracy in Dubai, and I know their goals, and I can feel their heart, and I know what we are about to impact. We are about to change lives. Thank you, guys. I'm really happy to partner up with you, and the call is yours.
Well, first of all, thank you again, Jose, and I appreciate you taking your time to explain. Would y'all please do me a favor, just oblige me, put 555 in the chat for our executive vice president of the company, Mr. Jose Ardon, just taking time to really come and share that with us, because here's the important thing you need to understand. In the last 2 years alone, through his leadership, this company has created 24 different millionaires in the last 2 years alone, in the height of what many consider to be a pandemic. And so for him to part with his time to come on, to be on this Zoom tonight, it really shows you the importance that he sees, the credibility that he understands, and the vision that we have as a company, partnering with Ms. Tracy Walker and Mr. Rudy Volsi. And so my job for the next 7 minutes is to explain our compensation plan to you. I want to walk you through it. This is for those of you that do have influence, for those of you that do want to influence and impact people by sharing this gift with them. You don't have to, see, here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to share this with them for you to make money. You're going to make money with the apps alone. The only reason why you're going to share this with somebody else is so they can be impacted, because income is driven by impact. And so let me show you this compensation plan. The first way you're going to get paid in our compensation plan, ladies and gentlemen, I call this the fast start bonus. The fast start bonus, when you look at it, it is released to you for referring a customer to our company. It starts off at 10% and goes all the way up to 20% whenever a new person enrolls as a customer with one of our subscription packages. Now, the thing that I love so much about the first way we get paid, there's no limit to the amount of people you can refer to our company, and they can be in any country you can think of. We operate in over 190 countries around the world, okay? The second way you're gonna get paid is called the team residual income. This operates just like Netflix. Why do I say that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna get paid on all of these customers on both of these teams, no matter how large in size those team of customers grow into becoming. Organically. What do I mean by organically? Well, to start getting paid team residual, all you have to do is refer at least 2 customers, one on your left and one on your right. Now, anytime those customers refer other customers that become a part of B, you're going to make an override on both of these teams equally every single week. Whether you start off with 2 and that 2 grows to 4, that 4 grows to 40, that 40 grows to 400 or 4,000, it does not matter. The company tracks all of the volume from those customers getting enrolled and for the customers reactivating their membership every single month, and they pay you on that every single week based on your rank in the company. So, you know, at the consultant level, it means you're generating $1,200 in volume on your left team for the month and $1,200 in volume on your right team for the month. Your residual income is going to be $500 for the month. But as your customer $1,000 a month in residual income, and all you're doing is generating $180,000 a month in revenue, 180,000 volume points a month, and you're making over $30,000 a month in a residual income. But listen to this, that's what we call our career plan. It starts off at $100 a month. Remember, when you refer 2 customers, you're now making $100 a month from those 2 customers. But as it grows, of course, your residual income continues to grow as well, all the way up to $1.2 million per month in this structure here. The third way you're going to get paid is called uni-level matching bonuses. It's a 10% override on any person that you've personally enrolled or introduced to our company. When they're making an income from the residual component of our comp plan, you earn 10% of whatever they earn. So, you know, obviously what this creates is a win-win scenario, because if you referred me, think about it. How quickly would you want me making $1.2 million a month if you're making 10% of it? Well, if I'm making $1.2 million a month, you're making what? 120 grand a month from, you know, obviously helping me get started in the business. Now, here's the beautiful thing. I get my full 1.2 million, but you get a match of 10% of it. Why? Because you referred me. So I love to call that a win-win scenario, because when you bring somebody into the business, you are incentivized through our system to support and help them, because the more money they earn, the more money that you're earning. And of course, you got a generational matching bonus, which is paid through 4 different generations, 13%. And it just means more money in the comp plan. We also have a monthly expense plan, as well as a family legacy plan that you're able to earn when you get to the diamond and above level. Now, how do you get started? you pick one of these subscription packages, right? The rookie package is really reserved and only for people on the continent of Asia or Africa. It's a one-time setup of $99 and $49 a month to maintain that subscription. For the rest of us that are getting started as customers, you can choose the bronze pack. It's a one-time setup of $199 and $149 a month. You have access to our platform called Shift. Then we've got our silver as well. Our silver package is a one-time setup of $499, $149 a month. You get to choose which one of these apps you want. You can choose one or the other. You can choose our Shift app, our Money in Minutes app, our NFX app, or you can choose our Relic Basic app, okay? Then you've got an option called the Gold package. It's a one-time setup of $799 and $179 a month. This is the top of the line Relic application. It comes with our assist feature, which allows you to copy and paste. It just simply means it makes it easier than if you only have the Relic Basic to enter and exit trades. Then the last two packages are our premium packages. You've got the Gold Prime package, which is a one-time setup of $13.99 and $179 a month. You get access to all 4 different applications, the Shift app, the Money in Minutes app, the Relic app, which has the assist feature as well, and the Wall Street Titan app. So all 4 trading markets or trading platforms, you have access to those with the Gold Prime package. Then we have a final package called the Gold Prime Elite. It's a one-time setup of $18.99 and $179 a month. You have all 4 trading apps, but there's an additional caveat. You've got an app called Quest. Now, people say, what in the world is Quest? For those of you that love to travel, would you put 333 in the chat? If you book your travel on Expedia, Travelocity, what's the other ones? Expedia, Travelocity, there's another one I'm missing. Oh, Cheap Tickets, right? You don't have to do that anymore. Why? All of those companies are actually owned by the same person, Priceline as well. Whereas you're paying retail for those experiences, whether it's flights, hotels, rental cars, or even cruises. That's why if you really look at it, most of the prices on all of the websites are pretty much ensue within the same price point. Well, listen, you don't have to go there to book your travel or leisure anymore. You can go right over to Quest, and here's the deal. You have access to all of those same experiences for the wholesale price point when it's available. So prices that would range, let's say if you're taking a vacation that would normally cost you $2,000, you could typically find it on Quest for maybe $699 or $799. So all of those experiences you'll have through that application called Quest, and that's why you can get it with any one of our elite subscription packages that we have under our Prime Elite memberships, okay? So you get started with one of those packages as a customer. Here's another thing that we've done. When you refer at least 2 other customers that are actively paying their monthly membership of either $149 a month or $179 a month, your monthly subscription fee is waived. That means it costs you absolutely nothing to be a continuous customer within the B platform. Not only that, if you want to become a promoter, meaning what we call an independent brand influencer, you pay a once a year subscription of $45 to be able to access our compensation plan and make money building a customer base. Now, when you're here in the US, and I think also other countries, they actually waive the initial year of $45 so you can essentially upgrade for free, and it costs you absolutely nothing to do that. Now, in our structure, this is one of the things that I always point out to people because timing and positioning is key in our business. Why is that? Well, you see here pictured my wife and I, we got started with B December 4th, 2021. So we're fresh out the gates, right? We're we're 2 months in, okay? Now, our goal during our pre-launch phase is to enroll over 10,000 customers into this organization. That's with the help of Tracy Walker. That's with the help of Mr. Rudy Volsi and so many other leaders around the world. But here's the beautiful thing. You're gonna be able to benefit from the work that we're doing anyway. Why is that? Well, we only have 2 teams. We've got a left team and a right team. We're not building 3, 4, 5 teams wide. No, we only have 2 teams, a left team and a right team. What that means is once you have enrolled, you lock in a position. That means any and every other customer or any and every other person that chooses to upgrade to become an IBI that enroll after you, they typically fall down below you in the team structure. What does that mean to you income-wise? It means that you get paid every single week from the customers that fall down below you in the team structure, whether you enroll them, whether you know them, or whether you ever meet them in life, simply because you said yes. You see why he's smiling so bright? Why? Because he locked in his spot and these two customers fell down below him and he's getting paid every single month from these customers. Same thing with her. So here's what's going to happen with Project 10,000. We're going to enroll, ladies and gentlemen, tens of thousands of customers. What that's going to mean for you, for those of you that understand the fierce urgency of now, whether you choose to participate in the business side of what we're doing or not, just as a customer, you lock in a position, you say yes, you lock in a position. That means as these customers are being enrolled, as they're falling into this team structure, you're going to be receiving a weekly check every single week based on these customers enrolling. Why? Simply because you said yes. I always ask people, think about it this way. What if you had the opportunity to go back in time, back in 2009, and you had the opportunity to say yes to Bitcoin? How many of us would have said yes, knowing today what we know now in terms of the value of Bitcoin? How many of us would have said yes to Bitcoin? Put 555 in the chat. All of us would have done it, right? Well, why? Because hindsight is 2020. Do you know with $1,000 position in Bitcoin in 2009, you would be worth over $20 million in 2022? You didn't know anything about Bitcoin. You were not a visionary. You didn't sell anybody on it. You didn't recruit anybody, only because you what? Locked in your spot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, maybe you missed Bitcoin. Maybe you missed locking in your position early on in Bitcoin. That's okay. Don't miss locking in your position in B. Don't miss locking in your position with Project 10,000. Do not miss locking in your position with Miss Tracy Walker. I could not be more excited to be in partnership with this young lady, to be doing something so inspiring and touching lives all around the world. I know we went a little bit longer today because this was not a presentation. This was a conversation about things that matter to people that care. So I thank you so much for your time and your attention. Ms. Tracy Walker, I will turn the platform and as you say, the virtual stage back over to you. I appreciate you so much. The floor is yours again.
Jared, thank you as well so much. And I really appreciate you as well as Mr. Jose Ardon for taking time out of both of your busy days to meet with people that I care about, meet with people that our team members care about, and to share the vision of what it is that we are doing. I will reiterate and say that Mr. Wilkins is absolutely right. This tonight was not designed to be a presentation. Many of you had already seen some information, right? This was probably not the first time that you heard about it, but it was the first time that you heard about it from a larger perspective. This was the first time that you heard about it from a 30,000 square foot perspective, and you had an opportunity to hear from Mr. Jose Ardon, who is an icon, okay? Mr. Jared Wilkins, an icon. And it is my pleasure and it is my honor, right, to work alongside these gentlemen, as well as Mr. Rudy Volsi, because all of them have earned their right. They've earned their icon status. And although they've earned it, the humbleness that they all retain in an effort to build something as huge as what the vision is to build, I can't be more excited about that. And so something that we are looking to do, guys, is align with other people who also can see, right? It says if those who have eyes to see, let them see. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. I truly hope that if you have the vision that is in alignment with what we all saw, that you see it and you lock your spot today. If you've heard something and it resonates in your heart and you know that you can share information like this, work alongside us to help us spread this word out to the masses, especially here in the United States, but also on a global perspective, because there isn't a market, so to speak, that is off limits to you, as long as it's in the 190 countries that we are in, but we are looking to do something massive. So when I say to you, if you see on social media, and when I say on my stories, and I say on videos that this is the biggest project that I have ever aligned myself with and attached my name to, I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. This is not a marketing ploy. This is not something to get you to do something. This is really a call for those who can see themselves in 2 years being completely different, living a completely different lifestyle, and having a completely different experience because of B. So thank all of you so much for your time this evening, for your attention this evening. I want to again give one last thanks and shout out to Mr. Jared Wilkins. Thank you for your yes, sir. Thank you so much for your yes, you and your beautiful wife, Portia. Thank you, Mr. Rudy Bosi, for your yes as well. And I'm going to, in advance, thank all of you for your yeses. So I want you to jump off of this right now. I want you to get back with whoever it is that invited you here. Even if it's me, shoot me an inbox or whatever that is, and let me know that you are ready to lock in your spots, and we will make sure we do that. Everyone that does that, I will be getting back in contact with you early on tomorrow. I will line you up with the game plan and make sure that you are in alignment with the movement that is taking place, so you will not be left behind. And I am excited to meet and work with all of you. So as our leader, Mr. Jared Wilkins, says on the outgoing phrase of every event, guys, thank you so much. And we are taking B to the moon. Have a good night.